Hey guys, it's Mike with another Guild Guardians video, back on the free-to-play account. I did want to talk about Gruff's Forge before we jump into the Full House event. They're actually talking about re-rolling exclusive gear. So this would be like Dariza's crossbow and things of that nature. So if you have extra gear that you didn't get the rolls you were hoping for, this would be a way of potentially getting the crit rate and the attack that you were looking for. I don't know if you'll be able to re-roll the main stat or just the secondary, but this was something they were talking about on the August town hall meeting, which I plan on doing a video shortly regarding some of the things in there. But this Gruff's Forge, when it does come in, sounds like it's going to be kind of cool in that space, because it'll allow us to re-roll not just gear but also that exclusive gear. The other thing that is sounding like it's going to be a thing is potentially the like a guild boss that we're going to fight together to get rewards. It'll probably come in pretty close to the same time. They were talking about, they were hoping to launch it on the 14th, but they fell a little bit behind. Alright, so we're going to jump into the Full House event, take a quick peek at the ratings. We're still up here around 57,000. We've made it all the way up to almost 20,000, so we're making some headway. We're doing some pretty good work there. I did find out today, and I'm a bonehead for not knowing, you can actually buy 2 more tickets per day. So if you wanted to kind of press your account along, it seems like they're pretty affordable, and you can put 2 more continues per day, which will definitely help you get through a couple extra levels, I'm sure. But we're going to go through these 5, see how we do. If we jump in here and continue from where we left off, I think we kind of recapped the account yesterday. So we got Tian Long at level 97, 95 for Grind, 93 for Qatari, 92 for Tuskrog, and 88 for Jadey there. And as far as gear goes, we're looking at, I think we are almost entirely at tier 3 gear, with the exception not legendary here. And then Grind was all tier 3 gear as well, and we're all tier 3 on Qatari, and we have the 1 piece of tier 2 gear there on Tuskrog, and then 1 piece on Jadey as well. So we left off in a really good spot. We just barely squeaked by room 100, and then we died on room 105, so we didn't get a chance to push any further than that. So we're going to go ahead and press on and see where we can go and what kind of gear we can get on the account from here. I think we're still looking at tier 3 legendary gear in this bracket. Every time you move up a bracket of 10 levels, the gear kind of increases. It moves from like epic to legendary, and then from tier 3 to tier 4, but I don't think we've gotten to tier 4 yet. So we'll press on and see where we can get the account today, and kind of bring in as things are happening. Alright, so we did get 3 pieces of gear. This is our first continue, the first try at the boss. We've got our situation down in with Jadey over here on the left. She's the one that's going to be taking the damage first. I did stack up their abilities, so I'll wait to use her heal like we talked about in the previous video. I waited too long, so we're going to have to do it again. Yeah, it's just a little bit too long. Restart that. But we did get 3 pieces of gear that outfitted our main characters and got 3 of their stats more impressive, so that was a big win. Bam, there we go. And then we'll get there. So now they're all getting that heal, and that should keep her alive a little bit longer. And hopefully we can do some damage. This is the first time I'm fighting this boss, so I don't expect to beat her this time. I think it'll probably take a couple tries. We are doing some pretty good damage, but Tian Long went down super fast. So I think that was a little bit unfortunate, but we'll go back through here again. We'll throw these guys out there. I probably won't even put gear on them, just because 50% health is not going to happen. But we'll use the next continue, and then we'll get back to the boss and see if we can beat her next time. Alright, so we're back at the boss on the second continue. We're going to adjust our formation. We did again stack up our abilities, so that should help us out. And we did also get, I think, 3 pieces of gear and a weapon for Qatari that actually increased her power by, I think, 50,000. So that was a huge win on that particular weapon. And then we're going to make sure we do it right there. Maybe waited too long again. I did. I waited too long again. That's just, I'm going to get better at this. It's like, I didn't have any problem with this at all last time. I don't know why it's the problem now. So we're going to go ahead and get it going. And we're going to wait till right there we go. And now we're going to have everybody in that heal zone. which is what we're looking for. We didn't come in with full health, which was a little bit unfortunate, but we did have the Solace upgrade for the commander side of things. I think we're probably doing pretty well here. This is looking like we might get it. We do need Grind to come in with some of those big hits that he does. And just knocking off 5% at a time, that's going to be pretty hard if he's dead. Dang it. Okay, well, we are going to put gear on our other champions and just see if they have a chance. I think they're probably pretty far away from being able to get this done, but we will give it a go and see. So I think with Brund and with Ickham here, they're both on level 72 and 73, so I feel like they have some chance of doing some damage. I don't know that it'll be enough, but we'll give it a shot, see what happens. Alright, so we got all the gear on them, so we'll give this a shot and see where it goes. We do have 24% health we gotta take, so that's gonna be a pretty tall order for the secondary team, but we're down to 21. This is kind of more of just kind of seeing how much damage they really do to see how close we can get. But we've already done 6, which is more than I thought we would do, actually. So this team is actually doing some damage. We probably can do almost 10% damage. If we get within 10% on the next go, we should be able to do it. So that is pretty exciting. But we will go ahead and quit, and we'll do the next continue, and I'll bring you back in when we're back on level 110. Alright, we're back onto the boss fight. We do not have the power up, and we also don't have Jadey's ability. Tianlong started the last room with his ability and killed everybody so fast she didn't get to stack it up before I could turn it off. So my guess is we may not make it through this time, unfortunately. But we're going to see. I mean, we obviously leveled up. We did get a few more pieces of gear on everybody, but they were pretty subtle adjustments, nothing super big. And I think that we're probably going to struggle through here. Yeah, we're at 47%, and I think that it probably would have been a little struggle either way. I think progress is slowing down quite a bit at this point in time, but we're definitely not going to be taking off that much damage with this team, so we'll go ahead and let these guys fight it out, and then we'll come back in here with our 4th continue? I don't know, the next continue, and see if we can beat it this time. Alright, so we're back into the boss fight. I think this is our 4th time trying to get him here. We're going to switch up our lineup again. We did get our abilities stacked up. We also have the Order of Solace going in this battle as well. So we have those 2 things working for us. We're going to get her ability going. Everybody's over level 100 now except for Jadey. So we're going to get that started. And hopefully this will be enough. Time that right. For once, I did it right. So we got everybody healing up here. Hopefully we can get some good damage on the boss prior to Jadey going down. She's healing herself up pretty well here. Now Tianlong is going. He can, okay, well, he made it pretty far, but we're down to 30%. If we can get under 10, we know we can make it. So that is going to be the threshold that we're aiming for, and we'd really like Grind to get some of his big daddy hits that we need. There it goes, there it goes. We might get him done without even using the backup plan. So that is awesome. Grind and Katari get it done. So after 4 continues, we got through it, but hopefully we can get some new gear, because we're pretty stagnant on the gear that we've received in that bracket. We basically got pretty much topped off. Everywhere I went, there wasn't new gear for me to be able to get to improve my characters, so I was just kind of like, at some point I just have to have enough power to get through it. So here we are, we're going to press on, and then we have another continue, and I think we'll probably buy those 2, seeing how I haven't been doing that all week. So since we passed that boss, we have not been able to get past room 115, I think it is. This room is just super hard. The first time we didn't have all of our characters, so we died there. And then on the second time through, we had all of our characters, but it still was just overpowered. So we are going to buy these 2. And so the first one's 200, the second one's 300. So we'll buy those for the remaining days and see if we can push on the account. But we are getting to a point, I used 4 continues to beat 1 boss. So hopefully with 2 more, I can at least try to beat the next boss. I was hoping I can at least get there. But either way, hopefully we'll get some more gear. We'll definitely get some more experience, and that'll help us press on our power so that we get a little further. But we'll keep on keeping on and see where we can end up. All right, so we did make it onto room 120, onto the boss fight. We got our abilities stacked up. We're going to go ahead and utilize this Order of Solace. I probably could have done it a room or two ago, but that's okay. In room 115, we did lose Qatari, so we subbed in Ickham here. So hopefully he can do some damage for us, but we're going to get this going, use that heal at the right time, and get our abilities going, get everybody healed up and looking good. So hopefully we have a chance. This is our first time getting to the boss, so that's usually not going to be the time that you are able to beat her. But we'll find out. So we'll see if maybe we get a little bit lucky here. We do have Ickham doing some damage up there. Our damage here is not really super. There we go with some, I think, grinds hits coming in there pretty hot. But hopefully we can get a little bit of progress made, but I don't think we're getting through it this time. The tough thing is this bracket really hasn't done a lot for me for gear. We've had a couple small gains, mostly on secondary players. So we really haven't seen any large gains in gear and power-ups. So we're basically relying almost exclusively on leveling up from experience, which is honestly just a slow process. So my guess is we probably won't beat it next time either, but we're going to give it a shot and try and at least get more experience on our characters so that if we can't get through it next time, we'll get through it tomorrow. That's the hope. So we will buy one more ticket and give it a shot and see where we end up. All right, so we're back at the boss again. Once again, we had very little gains in gear. I think we got one piece of gear that might have upped us like 2,000 points or something like that. But we are on higher levels, so we're going to go ahead and give it a shot. We did not fill up our commander skill, so we don't have that this time, and we did have it last time. So our gains as far as experience are probably negated by that. But we did stack up our abilities again, so we will go ahead and utilize Jadey's ability and get this going. Did I wait too long? No, they're barely in it. They're barely in it. So hopefully we can get some work done. Jadey died super fast. Tianlong died super fast. If you can keep them alive till the boss is down to around 50%, I think you've got a pretty good chance. But everybody died really fast. So I have been having a lot of fun with this event. I think that it's pretty exciting to utilize the new character, get a chance to see what they're doing, and then also utilizing champions that we don't typically use. So it's kind of fun to just see their skills and what they're doing and kind of pressing the account along and building it as if you're starting from scratch. Because a lot of times in these gacha games and in RPG games in general, it's almost more fun when you first start the game because you see a lot of progress up front. So it's kind of giving us a little bit of a glimpse of that, which is pretty fun. So I've been really enjoying this. That was a pretty rough 7 continues I used to basically get through one more boss, which is kind of crazy. But we're close to that next one. I think another 2 or 3 continues will probably get us there. Our ranking probably hasn't moved. Oh, we're up to 250. We were started out around 4 something. So we did move up a little bit in that space with 22,000 points. But utilizing those extra continues for the rest of the time, hopefully we can move up, maybe get into that top 100 where we start getting some calling crystals, but we will see. But I appreciate you hanging out with me today, and I look forward to seeing you next time.